All right, here we go. All right, I need everybody's attention now. Ready to go. Jackson. No messing around. All right, does somebody want me to do a particular problem? Somebody said they weren't sure about a couple. Logan. 48, perfect. So here we go with 48. Now remember, anytime you're seeing a fraction, all right, I'm going to erase this right here to get it out of the way. The rule is multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm just putting 8/5 here. I'm putting 8/5 here. Crosses out. So I have S equals. Is there any cancellation here? No, there's no cancellation. All right, so it's just negative 72 over 55. No, no. Good for you. No, well, yes, this one you do. That is correct. All right, for multiplying and dividing, you want to do that. All right, so here we go. That would just be what? Negative 9/8 and then 4/9 L, right? And then the reciprocal, 9/4, 9/4. These guys cancel. Nothing cancels. Negative 81 over 32. Yes. I can't hear you. 16 divided by 12, right? And then you reduce the fraction. You having trouble reducing? Negative 4/3, right? You okay with that, Evan? Evan, I'm not asking you if you got the right answer. I'm asking if you understand what we did.
No.
What?
No.
Just divide both sides by 12 is a mystery?
Oh, you should turn it into a fraction?
16 divided by 12, that's a fraction. Yeah, I don't want you to put negative 1.3 repeating. That wouldn't make sense. All right, Jolie. 40. Now, we just divided by, I think this is a good one. Divide by negative 1.4. Divide by negative 1.4. All right. Now, please watch. All right. I do think this was the one that was kind of hard. All right. Because I don't want decimals. You're not allowed to have decimals inside of fractions. So we just move the decimal 2 places. So this is the same as negative 399 over 14. You with me on this? Now, 14 really can be, I'm trying to see if I can reduce this fraction. Obviously, I can't reduce by 2. Do you agree with me? So the only number that really I have to check on is 7. Would you agree with that? So I just have to check to see if I'm divisible by 7. All right. And when you check to see if I'm dividing by 7, now negative 399, I'm dividing by 7. That's mental math for us. So if you don't know that's mental math, now you're going to kind of pay attention. And so I can kind of help you. How many times does 7 go into 39? 5 times. That's 35. So that gives me 4 left over. So I put the 4 in the corner. Now it's just 7 goes into 49, right? 7 goes into 49 7 times. And then divide 14 by 7. 2. Negative 57 over 2. That's the best answer. Okay, that's what I would like everybody to be able to do. All right, tell me.
How did you get 7?
I knew 14 was divisible by 7.
Yes.
So I tried 7 into 399. That's a good thing. Good question. You hear what I'm saying, right? I'm not just going to randomly try numbers. It has to go into 14. It has to go into 14 and to 399. Do you agree with me? Okay, what? Evan.
Why do you turn them into a fraction exactly? Like dividing.
What did you want to do?
Huh?
What did you want to do?
Oh, I just did 1.4 divided by 3.99. And then the decimals was 14 divided by 39.9.
Okay,
And I got I equals negative 2.85.
well, it'd be 28.5.
Oh, 28?
Yep.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
Is there a difference?
What do you mean?
Is there a difference in your answer and my answer? So, Evan, come on, man. 28.5 and 57/2, are they the same? You just divided the decimals. I just left it as a fraction. Here's what you're asking me. Is 1/2 the same as 0.5? Is that true? Because you just divided 1 by 2 to get 0.5. You didn't hear me say it's much easier to work with fractions than with decimals. I'm sure of that. Right? I'm telling you, in my opinion, it's much better for me to do the fractions than to do the division. If you put on your test negative 28.5, I don't care. Right? But you have to understand that those are the same thing. Because one is a decimal and one's a fraction. Agreed? What?
I understand. I did everything, but I just confused for the 28.5. How does 1.4 times 28.5 equal 3.99?
How does what?
How does it, if you get rid of the decimals, how does 1 times 28 or whatever equal 3?
You just said, how does 1 times 28 equal 3?
You said I equals 28.5. Like, those numbers aren't making sense to me. Wouldn't make
He
sense.
said the answer was 2.85. And I said, no, it's 28.5. And he said, oh yeah, I forgot to move the decimal. 57 divided by 2 is guess what?
28.5.
Yes. I'm not sure. All right, now tell me, because I want to help you. What are you not seeing?
I'm just like confused looking at the problem. How does 1.4 times 28.5 equal 3.99? It's just like looking at it like the whole. nothing else makes sense. Because I'm like, wouldn't it like answer like
You're exactly right. Exactly. You were right, actually. Thank you. It's actually, I forgot to move the decimal over twice this way. So it's supposed to be 140. Thank you. Right. And you were right too. All right. So it is actually 2.85. All right. When I moved the decimal over, I just did 14 rather than 140. So it's actually 57/20. Thank you so much. That is a great observation. Now, Jackson, while we are working and concentrating and focusing on a problem, I'm not sure what you're doing. I have no idea. You should be following along with this, trying to get better. All right, good job, Evan. But you understand now what I'm saying about the fractions and the decimals?
Yeah, but I have another question.
Yes.
So like on multiple things, like 42 and 48, I got the fraction, but I switched the denominator. And I don't know.
42.
So like like 42, I got 32 over 81 instead of 81 over 32.
Just because you multiplied by the wrong reciprocal. You did the reciprocal of the number instead of the number in front of the variable.
Oh,
Right? You always take the reciprocal of the number in front of the variable because you're trying to isolate the variable.
that's what I did. I'm confused.
I mean, it's right there on the board. The reciprocal of 4/9 is 9/4, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I got 11 on that.
Oh. Not messing around. I mean it. All right, the stuff is too important. All right, find out how much you know here in a few minutes. Anybody else want to take a look at this? All right, before I just collect it real quick. Anybody? Come on, go. You're just adding 12.4, right? Okay, I'm gonna put the video on pause for a second while I collect the papers. And then everybody put your name, make sure your name's at the top, all right? Sometimes I don't have, so resume. Okay, now, number one, we're kind of, remember what we tried to tell you last year is we're kind of doing PEMDAS backwards. All right, we're kind of doing PEMDAS backwards. So for question number one, there is multiplication here and there's addition here. Normally you do the multiplication, then you do the addition, but because we're doing PEMDAS backwards, we're going to get rid of the addition first. All right, so everyone should be able to tell me from last year, we just did what? -3 first. Then we drew a line underneath it, and then we said 5x is equal to 15. And then because we're brilliant, we can look at that and just say x equals what? X equals 3. Now, if it's necessary for you to put divided by 5, feel free, but that is not necessary. All right, everybody happy with that so far? All right, not bad. Obviously, it's going to get a little bit harder as we go down the page. So here we go. Now, I want to get rid of the -7. So to get rid of the -7, I'm going to do what? Add 7. And now I have a over 4 equals what? -4. Anybody have any issues? And then to get rid of division, we do what? Multiply. All right. So now you can just say a equals what? -16. That is perfect. A equals -16. Everybody good with that? All right, in a few minutes, I'm going to let you tell me how to do it. All right, we're just warming up here a little bit. All right, so now with number 5, you have to tell me what is 2D plus 5D? 7D, that's correct. Everybody remember that? Combining terms. And now what? Divide by 7, so D equals -5. All right, I'm happy with that. All right, here we go. Let's knock out number 7. Now, who remembers how to handle this? What do I do? Yay, very good, very good. This is the exception to the rule. All right, we got to get rid of the fraction bar in this case first, because the m-7, that whole thing is being divided by 3. So I want everybody to write down on their paper, m-7 equals 27. What? That's right. And listen to what I'm saying to you. All right. And I want you to ask me, right? But I also want you to learn how to say, okay, he got a 27. The only way he got a 27 is if he does what? 9 times 3. You with me on that? I want you to try to make some observations on your own. You'll get better that way. All right. If you can't see what I'm doing, that's one thing. But if you look at a 9 and a 3, the only way to make it is if you multiply. So then final answer, m equals what? 34 is beautiful. M equals 34. All right. So I feel pretty good about that. All right. So now let's go, Jackson. Start me out here.
So you have to do the 7 minus the 5.
Yeah, what's that?
2u.
Perfect.
And 2u plus 4 equals -24.
Now what?
And then you do -4.
Good. And that's what?
+28.
-28, right?
What? There's 2 negatives.
That's when you're multiplying. Right? Hey, no, Jack, see, this is what I'm saying. It's not, listen, I'm trying to help you. All right. I'm not playing games. All right. You're allowed to make mistakes in here. All right. I'm not interested in that. There's too much on the line for some of you. All right. Trying to get you into that high school, right, Jackson? There's nothing going on in the back. That's primarily why you're in the front. So you don't have to look in the back and worry about what people are saying or doing. Now I have 2u equals negative 28. Are you good with that, Jackson? So now tell me the answer.
2 is negative 14.
Yes, u equals negative 14. Jolie, how's that? All right, anybody having any troubles? You understand what I'm saying, Jackson? All right. All right, Molly, help me out, kiddo. Yep. Yes. Wow, feels good. All right, very good, Molly. All right, I'm totally happy with that. Super important. All right, Josh. 1/3 b equals negative 5. So what kind of 15? Now look, now's the time you're supposed to speak up and say, look, I'm not 100%. Thank you, Brennan. Go.
I don't understand how we got.
So the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. So we multiplied both sides by 3. You good on that now? All right, I'm good. Reese, you're up. Yes. Yes. Right. Notice here, I'm going to make a little note here. The negative comes down. All right. The negative stays. So now remember, we said whenever the variable's negative, you do what to the signs? Switch them. So it just becomes x equals -7. Thank you very much. All right. Evan's up for number 17. And then Luca, you got to be ready. All right. So thank you, Evan. What? Yes, you would. What's that? Thank you, sir. All right. I like that so far. Go. You are amazing. Thank you. Yep. Wow. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Everybody look at 17. Help me. What?
What happened to the 5H?
5H plus 1H. I
Oh,
put these together, right?
yeah.
All right. Good. Good question. All right, Luca, you're up. 19.
Okay, so would you do j minus 4
Equals
then
what?
times 7?
What is that called? Say it again,
What is
Luca.
it? I said j minus 4 times 7.
Okay, so what is that?
28j.
No. Listen to what I'm saying now. All right, listen. We could, everybody, pay attention because this is making you smarter now. I could distribute the 7, but there's an easier way. That easier way right now, because 35 is divisible by 7, I want everybody to say, look, I could just divide by 7. Now you have to tell me, Luca, if that's helpful. Because now, Luca, what happens to the 2 7s?
It turned
They do what to each other?
cancel.
That's right. This cancels with this.
Mhm.
And what's 35 divided by 7?
5.
Yes. So now look what I did, guys. Does everybody like, I like the variables on the left. So as soon as I get a chance to flip them, I just flip it around. All right. Does anybody have any questions with that? We could distribute the 7 and get the same answer, but it's not necessary. All right. If I see that 35 is divisible by 7, I'm going to do that because that's a quicker way. All right, Luca, now what? 1 second.
Would it be negative J4 equals 7? I mean, equals 5.
J minus 4 equals 5. So how do I solve that?
Oh, so would it be 9?
Yes. Now, if you're not sure about something, you got to speak up. You good, Luca?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have a question on this one? Cole,
I did, but then I realized,
you see your mistake?
no, I thought you just got rid of 4 entirely.
No. You got it now, right? Okay. So Miss Appleton, you're up 21. Now, what can I do with this one? I don't want to distribute because how do I get rid of a fraction? Instead of distributing a 1/6, which create a bunch of fractions, I can get rid of the fraction by multiplying by we're multiplying by the reciprocal. So now what, again, I'm just going to block this out a little bit right here. All right. And then I'm going to tell you, or you're going to tell me what's the reciprocal. Yes, but you would say -6. All right. You can say 6/1, but it's not necessary. So I'm multiplying by -6. Now, do you see how much easier that is now? Because what's going to happen here? And so you're left with, tell me what you're left with. D. You're right. These cancel, kiddo. So what are you left with? Okay, what is that? And what's on the left side? D minus 4 is on the left side. Right? Okay, now what? And so D equals? Yay, -38. All right. No. Well, I know you could have distributed the -1/6 and got a bunch of fractions. Right? But I'm saying, don't you agree? That's a little bit easier. All right, Brennan, thank you very much. Go. Because I multiplied by the reciprocal over here to get rid of the -1/6. You with me now, right? All right. All right, hopefully you're good. All right. Yes. Number 23, go. Yes. And so
It would be 3s minus 15 plus 19 equals -2.
now what?
And then it would be 3s plus 4 equals -2.
You are amazing.
And then that would equal 35.
Wait a minute. That's an S.
I mean 33s
Equals.
-6.
And so
Because -2 plus -4.
I got you. You don't have to explain.
And then divided by 3, and then -6 divided by 3 is -2.
That's how it should be done, guys. This is what your work should look like. That's exactly 100% correct. That's how I'd like it written on your paper. That means you're good at math right there. If you're stuck or you're not sure, speak up now so I can help you. Yes, Jolie, good.
How'd you get the 15 from -15?
So you're agreeing with this step
Well, I don't know how you got them.
because we distributed. Now let's review distributed. What's 3 times S?
3s.
What's 3 times -5?
15.
Right? Good job. All right, come on now. Keep going, keep fighting. All right, yes, sir.
We get the same answer as what we got, like, the same, if we did the same thing as what we did on number 19.
Yeah, but in this case, we can't really do that because it's not isolated. All right, now, if you wanted to, you could say I could subtract 19 and then divide by 3. Like, I think everybody should be able to just look at this and tell me what the answer is. All right, because you can do all the math in your head backwards. You with me on that? All right, so the only time you want to do what you were thinking about doing is if it's just a parentheses and a number in front of the parentheses. Okay? All right, Maya, 25, let's go. Yeah,
So 3n, so it's 4n plus 3n minus 6 equals -4. And then it's, you add the n, so it's 7n.
now look, we can do multiple steps. So then after you add 7 in, I'm gonna do what?
Minus 6 from, well, then you add 6.
Which is,
-28.
thank you.
And then n equals -4.
Yay, I like that a lot. All right, good, tell me.
I got -7.
Then you got the wrong answer. So you're supposed to look up here. You're supposed to say, okay, here is where I'm different. Can you show me where I made my mistake? Or you figure it out. All right, truthfully. You good or not? What? You're still looking?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Maya, is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody? What? Come on, Cole. You good? All right, next, let's see what you can do. 27.
So would you divide by 11?
Well, well, it's dividing by 11, so I would multiply by 11, right? And so what's 11 times 0? 0. So now I'm going to write 8 minus 16x equals 0. Now what do you want to do?
Subtract 8,
Okay,
and that gives you -8.
yep. And now what?
That equals -16x. And then I divided by 16.
Now be careful. Divide by -16, right? Yay, good job, girl. X equals 1/2. Good, good, good.
So would that be a positive 1/2?
Yeah, positive, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. All right, yes. Oop. That's probably what then?
1/2.
Yeah,
Oh,
because 8 over 16 is not 2. 8 over 16 is 1/2. That's the most common mistake. People see 8 and 16, they just say 2. 8 divided by 16, right, is half. What?
What are the 11?
11 times 0,
Oh,
right? What?
But you can't write, because I got 0.5.
What? I don't care if you have the right answer. What do I always write in? Fractions. All right. 0.5 is the same as 1/2. All right. I don't write decimals. All right. Tyler, go.
So distributing or,
Yes.
okay, so -9 minus -6e plus, or wait, no. It would be minus, wait, no, it would be plus 3
Okay.
equals -18.
Now what?
And then it equals -6 minus 6e equals -18. And then you plus the 6, and it'd be -6e equals -12. And then that's just equals 2.
Yay, that's very nice. Thank you. Good for you.
Where are the lines?
Where did it go?
Yeah.
So watch this. What's -9 plus 3? You got it? What?
so then wouldn't that one be 1/2 too?
No, because 12 divided by 6 is 2.
Then 6 divided by 12, then it would be 1/2.
You are correct now. All right. So now 31. Trey, go.
Okay, so 2x minus 8. 5x minus 7.
Not -7.
-7.
No. Negative times a negative is a what?
Positive.
You agree?
Mhm.
Now what?
-3x.
Good.
-1.
You're awesome.
-1,
Now what?
-3. Plus 1, so -2.
Good job.
Divide by 3. Yeah, 2/3.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Mhm.
Right. That's why I just don't like doing decimals, okay?
Mhm.
All right, I don't want you to put down 2/3 as 0.6 repeated. All right, how's everybody doing? Everybody happy? All right, here we go. Let's knock out 33. Okay. So now this is a prime example here of who usually sits next to you, Jolie? Who? Oh, Eddie's not here either. Okay, so now Ashley, you're up, kiddo. Shh, shh.
Okay, you could do, the reciprocal of.
That is
6/5.
correct. Thank you very much. Sorry, just my notability just blew up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, what I want to do is get rid of that. Now, tell me what the reciprocal is, Ashley.
5/6.
Don't forget the what? Don't forget the negative, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did the reciprocal here. All right, what does that
6 and
equal?
60s. That equals -55.
Thank you.
And then you do 55, -55 minus 4 is -59.
Right, so tell me what F equals. F equals,
-59.
yes. All right, that's a great problem. Here we go. Zeb, what? What's 66? Come on now. What is 66 divided by 6?
Oh.
Right? And then multiply. Good. Tell me. Well, because I told you distributing the fraction makes it harder. You with me? I'm trying to get rid of the fractions. You happy with that? Okay, Zeb, I want you to do number 35. Yep, distribute the 7. Perfect. Yep,
So the 3 equals 7i minus 2.
minus what? Distribute the 7 to the 2. 7 times 2.
Oh, 14. 14 plus 17.
Now what?
Would you subtract the 14 and the 17?
Yes, so what's that?
3 equals 7i minus 3.
Plus 3, right?
Yeah, oh, I said minus.
Right?
Yes, plus 3.
Now what?
Would you multiply the 3?
No, you're isolating. So get rid of the constant. How do I get rid of plus 3? Yeah, why are you asking me? Come on, you're telling me. Subtract 3. Do you agree or not? So what's 3 minus 3? So now what?
So it would be.
Now what do how do I get rid of the 7?
You multiply, you subtract it.
What? Zeb, stop telling me that. What operation is this? Right here, look. What does that say to you? Yeah, so how do I undo multiplication?
You divide.
Yes, you're dividing by 7. Come on, Zeb. What's 0 divided by anything? Yes. So I equals 0. Now look back at it for a quick second because we're almost out of time. And then I'm going to let you ask. I'm going to let you ask. But here, Zeb's going to walk me through it again. Okay, how did I get 7i minus 14?
How do you get set? You
Distribute. Okay, so now what? 7 times I. 7 times 2. You with me now, right? Now, how did I get the 3?
You subtracted 17 and 14.
And got? Right. You with me now? Now I'm working backwards. How do I get rid of plus 3? There you go. You with me?
Yeah.
Hold up, hold up. I know it's getting ready to go.
Which gets 0.
Yes,
And then you divide.
yes. Evan, Okay, guys, listen, here's what I want you to do. I want everybody to try to do the odds for homework. Listen, 49 and 50 are a little bit trickier, all right? So try to do the odds. Try to do the odds.
I only have 3 left.
Good.
Mr. Strout,
All
you
right,
want us to
guys.
finish the odds?
Yes, just do the odds. Tomorrow we're gonna do the evens.
Okay, bye.